Imagine a ship so grand, so technologically advanced, they called it unsinkable. Now imagine that same ship ripped apart by an iceberg on its maiden voyage, taking over 1,500 lives with it. Devastating, right? The story of the Titanic is a chilling reminder that even the seemingly invincible can be brought down by critical flaws. But what were those flaws? Today, we're diving deep to explore the 6 mistakes that sank the unsinkable ship Titanic. Mistake 1: not enough lifeboats for all. Let's set the scene. It's 1912. The world is abuzz with the launch of the RMS Titanic, a marvel of engineering designed to be the safest, most luxurious passenger ship ever built. But beneath the veneer of grandeur lurked a dark secret: lifeboats. Regulations at the time were based on outdated tonnage measurements, not the actual number of people a ship could carry. The Titanic, designed to carry over 2,435 passengers and crew, only had enough 20 lifeboats. This critical oversight, a decision based on outdated rules and a misplaced sense of invincibility, sealed the fate of many passengers that fateful night. Imagine being a wide-eyed immigrant family in steerage class, full of hope for a new life in America, only to be told there weren't enough lifeboats for everyone. This wasn't just a mistake, it was a recipe for disaster. Mistake 2: ignoring iceberg warning. Fast forward to April 14, 1912. The colossal Titanic is steaming across the icy North Atlantic, eager to set a speed record and shave precious hours off its journey. Several wireless messages warned of icebergs in the path, sent from other ships encountering dangerous conditions. But Captain Edward Smith, a seasoned sailor with a reputation for pushing his ships to the limit, downplayed these warnings. He may have been confident in the ship's advanced technology, or perhaps pressured by the White Star Line to maintain a breakneck pace. Tragically, the lookout in the crow's nest, lacking binoculars due to a last-minute mix-up, didn't spot the iceberg until it was too late. The impact was a glancing blow, but enough to rip a gash across the side of the ship, a deadly consequence of Captain Smith's decision to prioritize speed over safety. Mistake 3: inadequate watertight compartment. A key feature of the Titanic's design was its watertight compartments. These were like individual sealed boxes designed to contain flooding in case of a hull breach. The idea was that if one compartment was damaged, the others would remain watertight, keeping the ship afloat long enough for everyone to be evacuated. However, there was a critical flaw in this seemingly fail-safe design. These compartments only went up to B deck, not all the way to the top of the ship. When the iceberg sliced a gash across the side, 5 compartments were breached, allowing water to cascade down through open doorways and hatches, filling them up much faster than anticipated. This design flaw, a product of overconfidence in the ship's size and a miscalculation of potential damage, turned a survivable incident into a rapidly unfolding disaster. Mistake 4: lack of lifeboat drills. Now imagine boarding a supposedly unsinkable ship, a floating palace promising luxury and safety, only to discover you have no idea what to do in an emergency. That was the reality for many Titanic passengers. A lifeboat drill scheduled for that very day was canceled by Captain Smith, possibly due to a desire to maintain a sense of normalcy or a belief that drills were unnecessary for such a grand vessel. The result? Chaos. When the fateful collision occurred, passengers and crew alike were unprepared. The crew, unfamiliar with the lifeboat operation procedures, struggled to launch and fill the lifeboats efficiently, Passengers, unsure of where to go or who to follow, became a panicked mob. This lack of preparation turned a potentially orderly evacuation into a desperate scramble for survival. Mistake 5, a smoldering secret. Amidst the well-known tragedy of the Titanic, a lesser-known detail simmers beneath the surface of fire. Yes, a fire. For days before the supposedly unsinkable ship even set sail, a blaze had been burning in one of its massive coal bunkers, specifically Boiler Room 9. This smoldering secret adds another layer of intrigue, and perhaps even blame, to the already complex story of the Titanic's demise. The fire, believed to have been caused by spontaneous combustion of the coal itself, likely began during the coaling process in Southampton. While crew members battled the flames throughout the journey, they were unable to fully extinguish them. The intense heat generated by this hidden inferno could have had a significant, though debated, impact on the disaster. Mistake 6, a lifeboat tragedy. Disaster has a way of stripping away facades, revealing the raw realities beneath. The sinking of the Titanic was no exception. As the unsinkable ship succumbed to the icy grip of the North Atlantic, a stark truth came to light. Lifeboat allocation was not based on need, but on social class. Imagine a lifeboat with empty seats, bobbing precariously beside a sinking ship. Now imagine desperate cries from the throngs of third-class passengers denied a spot, told to wait while first-class passengers, some with empty seats beside them, were ushered in first. This was the horrifying reality that unfolded that fateful night.